to go ahead, about the digital marketing, right? Uh, it's a very broad subject, and it would not be enough for us to talk in this 90 minutes. I feel I need to do some justification for the subject because it is something, which is happening today. I have been teaching digital marketing since 7 years, since the time when it was introduced in Bangalore University syllabus. And I was also one of the member who gave inputs for the syllabus framing committee. And what I see now is tremendous change from the time what we framed the syllabus. But luckily, I can grasp out that and bring back to the classroom. And during COVID, something happened. I started getting requests from multiple set of people who were asking me, how do we go ahead with the classes? How do we do this recording? I mean, there were n number of things what they were going on asking. They thought like digital marketing is the only solution, and there were few people, earlier their perspective is like digital marketing is only for companies to market their products. I will try to make an attempt to give you overview, and every topic what I'm going to talk itself is a very huge you know uh, area of execution. Okay, let's go ahead and understand what exactly is digital marketing. Okay, what do you see in the picture? You could use the chat box as well as tell me, like, what is that you notice first? Any of you? I am looking at the chat box also.
It's a reflection.
Yeah. What are the things? Can you identify the components? What sort
I'm
of
right
comments
now
if
looking
I?
at the second slide, ma'am. It shows
Yes.
various things, various apps on a
Yeah,
phone which a
digital
man is
world, bulb,
using.
idea, mobile apps. I'm reading the chat box. Social media.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
You
rightly.
have cloud.
The
It
cloud
is
is there,
beautiful.
mail is there, other apps.
Yes, that's
Like his
fantastic.
world is
Somebody is
captured
able
here.
to. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. The answers what you're telling is what the digital world is connecting. Because long ago, yeah.
Like I can
And
see
there is
his
one device on his hand. That could be a tab or that could be a
tab.
phone. Yeah. It could be anything. I
Without
mean,
moving, yeah, without moving, his entire world is at the fingertip.
yes,
Whatever he wants
fantastic.
to.
Who was that who said that? You are on point,
Kalyani.
ma'am. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you
thank.
so much. Yeah, that was wonderful. And, that's what I was looking for, and we all are experiencing today. It's like, we have been able to understand what the world is, right? How it's working today. So let's see how all these devices are connected, because sometime I might be talking about social media, sometimes I might be talking about analytics part, sometime I might be talking about email marketing, some content I might be talking about, all these things, SMS, communicating devices, Wi-Fi, all these things, right? Thank you. Okay, now what exactly is digital marketing? Now, when we are looking at digital marketing, it is a whole set of things which involves, my first slide was talking about three particular dimensions: search engine optimization, social media marketing, and you have online reputation management. That is something most important, which most of the organizations do not understand. But COVID made them understand certain, benefits of digital marketing. And we'll try to understand what exactly is ORM. So when we are looking at the present slide, I wanted to give a breakup of the first slide. What is SEO? We are going to spend a little time and understand what SEO is in general. Then we go ahead with social media. This again will be a small hands-on experience because most of us know what social media is. I would try to highlight the benefits from the point of, whatever I'm talking, I will try to bring in the overall perspective of industries, companies, as well as at individual level. So social media, I will try to stress from the perspective of business, not an individual account. And then again, you have research. Today we have something like big data. You have data sciences, and you have IoT, Internet of Things, and talk about anything. So there is something happening around data. Data is everything. So you have data analytics as a subject which has evolved. So what are people doing? Lot of data is generated in the digital era when business is moving or happening using these digital sequences, set of devices. So there is also one requirement for the companies to sit and see the data and then make decisions. And it's not only like earlier scenario, they just look at the, manual records or talk to people, because all this data is live and really available. I mean, what do you call it, as dynamic or real time data, which is available to them on various apps that companies have designed or on dashboards where they're given access, then make a decision and go ahead for their day-to-day execution. So when I meant research, it is for different sectors. And right now, the government of India is sitting on this data to understand, right, uh, how our, politics is a big game. Elections, what is the influence of social media? How could they, be influenced? Because they want to keep the citizens. I'm talking from the governance point of time. They want to keep the citizens safe from all these things, but we don't have strict information technology acts or regulations. So research is something great which is required. I mean, it's happening, right? Everybody is in competition. Just look at, like how they, some years ago, somebody said war will happen because of fuel, right? Somebody wanted to own all this crude oil and sort of things. After some years, people said like, because of water, there might be a world war. I will tell you, the third world war right now is happening on internet to own the data. And who is generating the data? You, me, companies, everybody is generating, being part of that execution. I hope you agree with that, right? You can put your comments on and off on the chat box. I will also look at the chat box once in a while. Okay, the next thing is about strategy. That was part of, again, companies where they can't separate themselves as a different entity and do the business. Today, it is more about like, the top management will look at the dashboard again, and they need to set funds aside for digital implications, as well as they need to also look at ROI, data on digital investment, return on investments. With, like, I invested so much. I'll tell you, I've worked with organizations who were great at investing to technology. Even before the employees ask, even before the customers ask, it would be in place. But I am also on some projects where I am trying to understand, companies have still not understood the importance of technology. So that extremes have been, pulled towards a focus where, everybody struggle to understand where is this going to take us in the coming days. So going ahead, native advertising, yeah. I think everybody, including the social media, is trying to focus on the native advertising, keeping it particular community or keeping it very local. And then you have automation, marketing automation. So morning, sir was talking about chatbots and other things. So that is the very simplest experience what you and me are experiencing. When you look at the corporate side, you have a huge amount of automation which is happening now. Right from sales automation to marketing process, there's a huge automation which is occurring to keep the clientele in network and on tact. Then you have analysis. I think I'm going to deliver a small quick session on Google Analytics to show you a dummy version of it, how companies will sit and look at the live data. And then you have viral marketing. I mean, intentional or unintentional, or it's by set of actions. Viral is something which gives boost, which could be a blessing or it could also be a curse to an organization. organization. And then again, you have content. This is something very, very important. Few years ago, organizations would not worry about updating. They thought like, let me build a website and keep quiet. But today it's beyond that. I think having looked at all this dimension, probably if you look at some other images, you might get some other inputs also. So digital marketing covers all of this. Now, what's happening with the digital marketing? I wanted to keep my PPTs very plain, so I didn't usually I use some graphics or something. I wanted to avoid the distraction. So if I'm only showing you the slides and if I'm not talking or interacting, right now I said I will look at the chat box also. I am sitting here with two systems and I am looking at the chat box on and off. So you can see me whenever I turn left side, right side, and all these set of information. And I see there are comments on the chat box. Yes, and then again you have we are the product SEO, and then again you have yeah, outcome sentiment analysis will play a key role in marketing, definitely. Okay, I will try to touch upon that point towards the end, sentiment marketing. Okay, so digital marketing today is trying to bring an experience in reality. Everybody wants that in reality. I would like to share a small example because my kid is something which I see him growing with technology. I have a small kid at home who is 6 years, and he is all exposed to these sort of things. I myself, I don't want to expose him to all these sort of things, but wantingly or unwantingly, he has access. So he was gifted the Alexa device by one of my good friend, and Alexa is there at home, and he has Siri, and he has. You might be knowing who all these people are, and he doesn't even have any one neighbor kid as a friend. So I have to make an effort to connect him socially. So that is something which today we parents have a huge challenge when we live in a cosmopolitan or a metro city, because he has so many things which is giving him the live experience inside the house. He has so many devices which are ready to talk to him. Now look at the companies, what are they doing with the customers? Look at the companies, what are they doing with the employees? Now they were all trying to keep engaged the other side. Now that's what is all about, right? So digital is now the first touch point for the consumer as well as employee as well as anybody. And I want to break the notion of digital marketing is only for marketing. It's beyond that. I'll tell you, digital marketing should also be a part of the strategic plan in every organization. And there should also be a huge amount of preparation. If that lapses, how do you still function? Because relying completely on a digital, set of things might put you on a huge risk one day. So what is the parallel support system you will keep intact, right? Okay, consumer has great control over what they see and when they see it. See, most of us, we are not having control on how many calls we will receive, what are the emails we receive. These are the things which still requires a huge amount of shift when we are talking about data. Okay, what's happening here is when I say greater control, companies have easier access to customers, right? They have plans, set of executions which they just shoot and it is just coming on our phones and everything. I think that should be one part of thing. There are, I also should mention there are countries who strictly regulate this to ensure that the citizens or the customers are not troubled because of this uh, technique of what you call digital marketing strategy of companies. Going ahead, understand the customer journey, expectations, and desired outcomes from the myriad of scenarios. They are all kind of like mixed reactions, like some cases there are customers who want everything to be simplified and easiest, and there are scenarios where people still don't want this. Okay, now I also want to quote one more example when it is coming to customer expectations, and I was just reminded about that particular scenario. Oh, how many of you are having people at home who take pension? You know, pension is something in government of India which is integrated. Pension schemes are integrated on app, right? Yeah. You have an app called as Umang, and you also have an app called as which would support this PF. Uh, Recently, you know, government made a parallel support system because they never thought that this also could be interacted. Yeah, EPFO, fantastic. As employees, we all will know that because the organization contributes some amount towards the, you know, fund, provident fund, right? Let's not get confused with the provident fund and pension fund and sort of thing. So whatever it is, let's try to understand how this, yeah, allocation happens. See, Umang app as beyond that. Umang app, I will just type it for you in the chat box. UMANG. Okay, so you know, this is a fantastic app. I'm just checking whether the spelling is correct. You have to excuse me because uh, sometimes it so happens we keep using and we don't. Yes, UMANG. Actually, it's Umang Hindi word. I thought it's hope, but it has an expansion. I'm sorry, I don't know about it. Now, what happens here is, you know, the old person has to go visit the bank once in a year, and usually this is in the month of November, December, and the bank will verify like whether the person is live, and then issues that. It so happened because of the COVID period, everybody wants to get a contactless service. And in the process, now banks were not prepared for this. Now, government of India, you know, anything goes wrong, anything is not proper, we will all start thinking and we will look up at government and say government should do this. Now, the app was there in first place even before this situation occurred, right? I think we have been using it from, at least me, I've been using it from 3 years, Umang app. So I never knew there is an app and I happened to bounce on it due to one of the pension problems, provident fund problems, and I came on that. And then now, what government did was like all it had to do was integrate that. If somebody is still alive, you know, you have to take your Aadhaar card number, and I will tell you how technology is integrated with a simpler verification process. You know, they did a project. It was all immediate. So they had to. Some of you would have received this on WhatsApp. It was made viral, so that it reaches all the people who are supposed to go to the bank and do this transaction. So all you need to do is enter your Aadhaar card number on the portal. I think it's called Jeevan Mitra or something like that. And you have to enter. I did assist this for my mom after coming to know about that. And it will verify you to enter the Aadhaar card number. And if you have a simple smartphone which can take a thumb impression, all you need to do was once you open the Aadhaar card, it will enable you to put a thumb impression. Look at the beauty. I still know about this project UIDA Aadhaar card, and we all went to your office to give our thumb impressions, all 5 biometric impressions. And look at today at your fingertip. It literally meant that. So scanning occurs, and there were issues where you know, you have phones. We can't expect everybody to have a smartphone, basic smartphone. There are people who have digital phone. So now what will the government do the next step, right? Now all they did was they said like take a printout. If that's not possible, you know, you have to, that was the minimum requirement, okay? And you need to drop it, right? You should put the delivery address. Like if I'm supposed to send it for State Bank of India, I will write State Bank of India, so and so branch, and I have to address the subject. I still remember in my initial days, all the government jobs, when we send an application, the rule is you have to put in brown envelope and write subject department name like that. What is that envelope for? Because it would go to a common postal box and the person there would segregate that. So that's what happened here also. Like you just take the letter, put it in the envelope, and you shouldn't paste the envelope. You should just show it to the postman who is coming there. The postman was there. So the verification point is the postman there. He will open the letter and see it is you who the person is giving, and he will take it. It goes to your bank, and for the next 1 year, you need not go to the bank again. And look at that trust of using the digital you know uh, concepts, connecting to a postman who can verify and do. I have to tell you very frankly, it isn't that greatly success, but we need to appreciate the efforts made by, because there are demographics and geographics who still have challenges like not having access to fingerprints, phones, not able to take printouts. The first thing is most of the pension holders are also not aware about this. Now, how do I make them aware? They all had a phone number which is connected to their banks. That made it easy. They all sent a communication to those pension holders on the thing. Now, the banks need not boast about all these things because this is what a digital thing can do. Now, customers' expectations in some cases very high, like when we talk about payment interface and other things. But something like this, zero expectation. The government had to initiate and tell. And now once they see the benefit, obviously their expectations go high. Now that's what digital marketing is all about. It's for everybody. If you ask me, it is for everybody. It should, digital marketing shouldn't be only for marketing purpose. It's beyond that. I think it becomes the DNA of a company when it has a digital line of connection. It could stay connected with all its stakeholders. It could be for industry, we are seeing what's happening. It could be for people, we are all the beneficiaries in one or the other ways. So if you still doubt, right, just see what are the apps which are using for your day-to-day interactions. And try to categorize, is that a public app or a private app? Or is it, based on that public or private organization? And try to evaluate yourself. What are all the things I can still eliminate and do a living? And you will see the challenge of eliminating certain things. At least for me, I would love to say that I cannot live without payment interfaces. I don't carry money in my purse nowadays. Literally, I don't. If I open my phone, I am willing to share my screen if it is allowed. Even for 10 rupee, 20 rupee on street sellers, it is because I am the one who was fighting with the flower seller. I used to tell him in Kannada and I will translate it for you in English. I would tell him, ನೀನೇನಪ್ಪ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹಳೆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? Means I would tell him like, what is this? You are still in an old era. Please have a Google Pay or a Paytm. And he would always object me. I don't need that. And because of COVID, the day when he first kept his scan code on the flower, when I went, literally for the next 5 minutes, I was laughing and he was laughing. But we didn't tease each other. I just took out my phone and made the first payment. And he said me one thing, Madam, you are my happiest and the first customer. I wanted to inaugurate this with you. I was shocked and he said like, you always told me, but I never realized. And this happened with me with my vegetable vendor pushcart who comes in front of my house. Now that was the connection I could get. And don't think digital marketing is only for companies, it's for everybody. So when I meant people, it should be inclusive development and everybody is reaping benefits of that. Okay, then again, governance. Just now I took examples of UIDA project or governance. And recently, Government of India had this fantastic thing. The other day, I think some 4 months ago, I was listening to the minister. The minister himself comes for a webinar and he hosted a webinar, a minister of Thailand. And he was talking to us like, how fantastically they use the digital platforms to keep people intact, right from everything like using spatial technology to know people where they're moving and to trace people who are coming out of house who are supposed to be quarantined. Here our police were, now they've started, the police will come on road and put you fine and all these things are happening. There the person has to be there at phone and the Google map will, something like a map will trace them, and if they see them out, they will send a call, and if he doesn't answer the call within the next 60 seconds, a penalty ticket will be raised. So I asked him a question also and I felt so happy. I felt I was very fortunate talking to a minister. So when I said that I'm fortunate I'm connecting to a minister, it's fantastic. He was like, come on, this is nothing. This is how technology should be. It should make everybody access to everybody. everything. So that was something which I could, really appreciate. And we have great things to learn from other successful models. Rather than worrying like this is a bigger country, this is where technology has developed, this is great. No, I think our government could still learn. But I have huge appreciations for Government of India because they put on Arogya Setu app. And how many of you have Arogya Setu app on your mobile? Could you please put it on the chat box? I do have. And tell me, when was it last updated? I have to update every 24 hours. That is a necessity for me. Yeah, I do. I go to gym and yeah, somebody is saying why. Yes, Aurora sir, I am answering to the point. If I don't show the Arogya Setu app updated, I would not be allowed inside. That's a major requirement. See, the technology is in place, the platform is in place, there is a process, but at the end of the day, the people have to implement it. Is your organization checking your Arogya Setu app every day at the entry? Yeah, we are beating pandemic, we are talking all big words. So what is Arogya Setu app? That's one tool which is connecting. And this is a way government can brand good government, bad government. It gave good service, bad service, up in the place or not in the place, anything. Yes. I think there are only 7 participants who said, yes, I do. Right. Yeah, that's only an app. It can't do anything. All we need to do is put in the data, key in the data and see what it is. Okay, this is my major slide. And somebody asked me in the morning, like, Madam, what would you do in digital marketing? Now, digital marketing is all of this and beyond this. So you have websites, blogs, group chats, which are there. And you have search engine optimization, and you have search engine marketing, and I'll be talking about pay-per-click advertising. Then you have social media marketing, content marketing, affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, email marketing, viral marketing. I'm going to touch upon all these things, and in all possible manners, I'm going to give you, possible inputs. Are you ready for that? I think this is going to be the main part of the session.
Yes, ma'am, of course, yes.
Okay, right. Anybody here has a website? So I'll need the chat box to see the chat messages. Does anybody here have a website? Please put it in the chat box. Okay. Now, when we are talking about going digital, it means like, thank you, thank you. I might require your help, so I'll come back to you. So when we are talking about web presence, the one of the first things when we say digital is, most of the times when we give until few years, we would usually give a phone number. That was the connecting point. And that phone was only a communication point to reach somebody. Now today you don't have to ask anybody like, how do I reach you? We do have various types of means like, let's say, multiple channels, like it could be a social media. You have a number of options again. And I won't be wrong if I still say Facebook is a kind of monopoly. So then again, you talk about mails, you have Gmail. Doesn't that signify monopoly? Where are the major, I mean, other than the organizations, who is stopping them? If my organization says that I won't allow you on Gmail, you should use Hotmail only. I had this problem 7-8 years ago. Hotmail only is allowed. So I was forcefully pushed to Hotmail. Though I had an Hotmail ID, I never used. Now today Microsoft will push me like saying that only Hotmail IDs are enabled. They will lose out on customers if they are very rigid like that. But let's talk on the small and medium enterprises. They were functioning without the website. Now they need to have one of these web presences, and that's how they can digitally keep themselves active. Now, if you look at this, some of you answered you have a website, and some of you have answered you have a LinkedIn profile. That's great. So, why do we need a website? I'll tell you, like somewhere around in 2001, 2002, when I was moving towards the rural India and doing some outreach programs for rural, students. They did not even have computers. We were looking for Ajimji Foundation to sponsor a computer, and then there would be a government school. And later in 2004, when I was on a government project for Bhumi project, that was slightly different. We had to meet officers there and talk about, the project future and make them understand. Then we had to go to villages, and I was there in one of the pilot study. And when we were looking at the end users, that is the farmers, uh, the trust factor was not there. They were so much worried, like what would happen if I give my small piece of paper, the land ownership paper, what they called as patta or land document, ownership document. It took so much time because government also had the attitude like this is a website, they're doing something over. But today it all started there, and today they're all reaping the benefits. So some type of web presence is required for your branding, and that's where I'm trying to connect the point of digital marketing. So when we say marketing, it's not only about sales. Marketing is inclusive of all set of activities, and most of you who teach marketing here will agree what I'm trying to tell. So that's the point where your connections happen. That's the point where your sales happen, branding happens. We call that as a lifeline of an organization. So today, if you want to build a website, it's no huge task. You have a lot of free domains available. I can tell you very quickly. I wanted to create a website of my own 8 years ago. I tried it and I stopped. I don't have a website, but I know complete set of benefits what a website can offer. So most of you would have already bought a domain. During COVID, there was offer. People gave COVID offer. I was wondering what is this COVID offer? I clicked there. Because of COVID, we are giving domains free. That's the offer. Okay, domains is you buy a domain like www.jeevaratna.com is a domain name. I can't do everything only with a domain name, so I have to next host it. So I need a hosting platform. So I bought a host platform also. And then I need something. What will I put on my website? So I thought like, okay, I'll put these things. So if it is a company, you have set of things. You want to tell about your company, all these things. What could a small seller put? Probably he has to sit and start worrying. Now I have helped many people who build their website. So they were asking me, what do I do here now? Even today, I just tell people like, just go do this way, and they do, and they come back to me, and that's a new learning for me. Okay, beyond this, their expectations are high. Can I do this in the website? Can I do that? And I was surprised when I did this in this COVID period, digital marketing sessions for students. There were 4 to 5 students who said like, ma'am, we have built a website, and they shared, and I was amazed. I'll tell you, they were so fantastic, and the web aesthetics was so high. So they are all literally non-technical students, and they were like BBM graduates, 2 of them, and one was a civil engineer. So they wanted that for their business. So web presence is most important. Forget about all these companies. You and me, why are we all having email IDs, social media accounts, all? Yeah. So websites, blogs, blogging is something like earlier, if we wanted to speak to somebody, we would find that person or people who had the common interest, go to such groups and talk to them. That's something like clubs, what we had. Yeah. Today, that's a fancy thing to say, like, I'm a blogger, right? But I sincerely respect a lot of such bloggers because it was one through such blogs I could initiate my solo traveling interest, and I went ahead. So I used to follow this blogger, and I don't follow many bloggers even now. And it so happened like she had taken the recent trip, and it was a whole lot of experience. Anything what I want to express about my thoughts, my views, you can have a blog page. You can also have a blog page for free of cost. So anybody is a blogger here in the group, love to interact with you towards the end. What are you blogging? And because of the pandemic situation, most of the teachers, they became like bloggers. They started blogging about the subject knowledge, what they had. You and me, why we didn't do it? We didn't want it. That's it. But I appreciate all those people who took that plunge. Yeah, group chats. Okay. I was asking my tech, team person, Shakib, like how do I trace, download all the names in the chat box? Right now, I'm looking at the chat box, and I just want to show it to the screen. Can you see how many messages are there? So when I say all it comes to our mind is WhatsApp chat, right? But there are a lot of buddy groups or internally created chat groups. One of the beautiful chat group system right now we have is a Microsoft Teams, what we are using. This is purely a corporate or an official purpose. So there are a lot of chat groups which could be restricted with conditions. See, all this technology platform comes with certain amount of behaviors we need to develop. One of the sessions I did for a small group of people, and mostly I do it on internal groups when it's required. So how to behave on a WhatsApp group, and if you are a group admin, what are the roles and responsibilities? It looks very simple, but let me tell you, how many of you have made an effort to go to the WhatsApp group and check what are the common rules WhatsApp insists us to post on a group? And when you create a group, when I created this group, I picked up all those points, and I think I have posted 3 to 4 points out of that group. I customized it and I posted. These are all the tech things which we need to be aware to keep things intact. Now, these are the ways organizations are also functioning: website, blogs, group chats, and you have something called as vlogs, video logs, right? Rather than writing, because who will sit and read all your blogs? So there's something called as vlogs. Does anybody have a vlog here? Anybody vlog? Video log. Blogging through videos, right? Rather than writing, they will talk through the videos and deliver whatever they want. Fine. Just because your answer is no, you don't have to feel bad. I am with you. I don't have any of this. I don't have a website, I don't have a blog, I don't have a video vlog or anything. Okay, though I teach people and I'm happy I've seen some of them really doing great in those fields, right? Okay, coming to search engine optimization. Now is the time I want to give you a small experience and make you understand what exactly is search engine marketing and social media marketing. Okay, let's just quickly go through how much time am I left. Fine, fine. Okay, you have to tell me whether you are able to see my screen.
Yes,
What's coming on my
Yes,
screen?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
types of web presence right now.
Okay, I will stop that sharing and go for a new sharing. Now, what do you do when you want to buy a product? Let me just say, like, you want to buy, let me say, you want to buy something. Say something, I don't know, whatever you want to buy. Anybody is in a shopping mood now?
We'll first do a window shopping.
Window
Whatever
shopping.
it is, we want to know how
I
the product is doing.
Fantastic. Okay. I usually give this example, and ma'am, what is that window shopping you want to do? Please tell me, ma'am. We'll assist you.
Right now,
Yes, tell me any product, anything of your choice. What is that?
smartwatch,
Smart?
watch.
Smartwatch, fantastic. I've been looking. Smartwatch is something like 3 years ago when my niece was visiting me. She called me and she said, "Akka, should I bring you an Apple Watch? I'm very addicted to tech kind of devices." So I said no, and she was surprised. She said, "Why is that?" I said, "I don't want." Because it might not be useful. I don't wear the regular watch itself, and it's quite irritating. Wearable devices are quite irritating. So now smartwatch, and what is a smartwatch? We'll see. 3 months. You and me. I'm talking smartwatch, smartwatch. My phone will be listening to me, and believe me, tomorrow I will have at least 2 emails talking about smartwatch, and I will have one SMS, and then I will have so many things on my social media popping up about smartwatch. So somebody is listening when you and me are talking. I'm not even talking to those guys. I'm talking to you, right? Okay. So whatever words we are uttering, keyword analysis. So smart and watch is the keyword, right? Now people talk, something about AdWords. I hope you have heard about this. Yes, Google is listening. I have my iPhone in the back, Siri is listening, but it's more secure compared to this, right? Okay. So I want to take you to that part of search engine optimization. There are 5 types of search engines which I would like to expose you. At least 3 types I would make an effort. Right now, what I'm using is Google, right? So I need to be a little careful. I will open Google. This is a web browser. This is Binge. I am on Microsoft Edge. So this is a web browser what I am. So I will go to Google. See, some of us will not even understand what it is. Okay. So right now I am on Google. Fine. Now here I will type the 2 keywords, smart watch. Okay. So what are the words which are dropping? Can somebody count me how many lists are dropping here? See, there is one set called smartwatch, smart TV. I just typed smart. But what is on my mind? Smartwatch. So how many set of things are coming? Just count the number of lines. Can somebody type that number
10.
of lines in the chat box?
Um,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 lines. Fantastic. You are on to point. Right. Okay. So I will type smartwatch. Madam, you want watch for you or your husband or son, daughter, gender specific. And if I am buying, no, suddenly it is throwing me by price. For you, smartwatch for women I will give. Smartwatch is smartwatch. Okay. So I will just say smartwatch for women. Oh my God, look at this. How many lines now? How many lines?
It's a 3, ma'am.
It's
3.
asking for women
Fantastic.
in India.
They know, ma'am, women is speaking. Okay, and there is one red line. If you can see, red underline is there, ma'am. I remember my teacher used to take a red pen, and if I do any mistake, no, only she had the authority to use red pen. And nowadays, I'm fed up on my any document, including this Google, because they will try to correct me. This is what is your machine learning. Morning sir was talking artificial intelligence. I have done a mistake. It is not. Imagine if Google was could talk and tell me that no, yeah, spell check. It is telling it is not smart space watch. It is smart watch. Okay, I will correct that first. Then smartwatch for women. From 10, now it is reduced to 3, and it is so specific. It's showing 2 extra keywords, India and health, right? Yeah. So Tripti Triwari is saying that's due to the personalization in marketing. Fantastic. But how is it positioned? Let's see. Fine. So you're right, Tripti ma'am. So smart watch for women. I click this. Now I want you to tell me, ma'am, if you're going on window shopping, probably how many hours you will spend? 2 to 3 hours, and you will go visit 4, 5 shops and then ask them for different brands. There are possibilities that he will tell the brands what he has, or he will tell the brands asking you some questions like, can you tell me your range, madam? And then he will start so many other things, and then he will say, then you will say, a lot of interactions happen, right? I want something like this. Now, looking at this, page, we have used 3 keywords. Please remember this because I'm going to quickly connect about what are these keywords. Okay. Now, how much time did it take to search this? How many results are there? Can somebody read this number? I'm very poor in maths. I do this in class also. 15 crore 90 lakh. Am I right? Fantastic. And that too in less than 1 minute. It's 0.53 seconds. It's able to throw me this much option. Go buy from this. And we women, if we go to one shop only, we don't come out quickly. And when this many options are there, do you think we'll finish the shopping quickly? Okay, until and unless I am not specific. Okay, right. Now, I want to show you the screen and make you understand how is a keyword and a page ranking playing an importance. Believe me, these are all concepts at higher level. I'm trying to simplify as much as possible for all the first timers and the people who know. I would love your interaction towards that. Okay. Can you see there is a keyword ads here on the left side? Browse smartwatch for women. There is indication ads. There is an indication ad here, an Amazon, right? And then there is nothing. Okay. Now, how does this even happen? And you need to understand, if they want to market, if a company wants to market, they have this easy access of website, but they have only this much space, means a frame of around, we usually call it as something like 12 by 16. That is 12 inches this way and 16 inches this way. And if you have a phone, it is still getting reduced. Try to search the same thing on your phone and see how is it happening. Okay, yeah, let's see how it's getting positioned. I'm going to show you all those things based on location, based on previous purchases, based on search, promoted content. Even Myntra is ad, but why is it not reflecting? Yeah, today they have not paid money, sir, that's why. So there is, there is a rule. Google search engine server follows an algorithm to generate this. Now this is called as a banner or a display ad, and these are called as textual ads. Now this part, what I'm trying to say, 1 second. Shakib, how do I activate a pen here? I need a pen to mark this. More tools. Huh? I have to mute, 1 second. Okay, let me not get disturbed. See, the ones with a picture, like till your Amazon, all these things are called as banners or display ads. It's coming specifically, and what are the things you see here? I'm going to quickly show you. There is an image, there is a link, there is a price. Just look at that format, all of them are same. Okay, and you have something important there, which me and you all were very happy. I just spoke about the red pen of my teacher, but there's something which always made me happy. When she write good no, I would always expect V in front of that. What is that V? Very good. Very
Reviews.
good. Yeah.
Review.
Every product also has to be rated here. So the review is all about rated. So that is something. And why is it not having 10 stars or 20 stars? It's always 5. You need to understand this is an equation. Like the reviews here are something which is the outcome of reviews. And it is telling me how many reviews are there. Like out of 204 people who have reviewed this product, they have given 4 as a rating score. And you and me, we never learned this equation either in our PU days or in our graduation days, or even we didn't learn in the kitchen. Our parents didn't teach us, but you and me, fantastically, you can evaluate 4-star is good or 3-star is good or 1-star is good. Just look at that adaptation, how we have moved on to this. Okay, now when I'm looking at any product, these are the standard set of things. Similarly, when I move down, like Amazon, what is coming here? Okay, so you have this first link, right? And you have this line. This is called as landing page. Now this is the website. Now on this website, today there are some offers running for which Amazon has paid money to Google. Amazon can't say I am a very big company, so I will not pay you money. So they spend a huge amount to project themselves. And holidays, Christmas holidays being very near, 10 days, right? You don't know what the amounts would be bid. Now this is how a Google algorithm decides on that, and Amazon has paid the money and it has got the slot there. Now that also is something like a gambling when you talk about how companies decide on paying money and how are they allotting money. You might get a message on your Facebook which says that we are giving you 200 rupees credit in your account, so you can go and use your ads manager. Just be careful, right? Because once it starts. So I'll tell what it is. Now I hope you have understood what are these 3 keywords. You have 3 keywords. Now those were simply words, because many people are keying into search, those become search keywords. Now companies, when they want to position, they need to sit and think the customer on the other side, what are the possible keywords a person can give if they're searching for the product. So initially, they would sit and do all these things. Then they have a lot of tech support. So there is something called as keyword planner. So a keyword planner is you just put the product in the description of the product, like this watch is designed for women, this is orange color, this is this cost sold in this place. Give a description and load it to the keyword planner. The keyword planner will generate the possible set of keywords, and you can pick top 10. And there is again one more simulator which comes and tells you like you can pick this top 100 keywords. They are the most trending words right now. It can tell that. Now look at that, just because of this. Now you need to use the combination of these keywords. And if you want very specific, smartwatch for women, right now it is showing 14,000, no? Rupees 3,000. I am giving this. Let me see, will it get eliminated? Did you see what happened on the screen? The 14,001 is gone. It's not there, right? So what's happening here? Now as the keywords increase or decrease, the search is more. Can you see now you have only 41 lakh results. So we call more words search as a long tail search. Now what do we mean by long tail search? It means that it is guys. Is it? Is there network lag? Yeah, thank you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay. So what is happening here is when I'm typing precise numbers, then it is easy for companies to pull that page so this type of more words is called as long tail keyword, and when there's less called as tail keyword. In bag. Is there anything? Yeah. Now
We're not able to hear you, ma'am. Your voice is breaking.
it is still showing me on both brand names. How some network lag on that, I think. Okay, no worries, I'll shift. Is it audible?
Better now, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, better now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll hold this too near to my thing, and near my mouthpiece I'll hold near, and all good. Tech team, I just need one assurance from you. Good to go. Okay. So I said Bangalore, and you can see there is refreshing, right? Refreshing happening on this. I would like to take, and yeah. So I want to eat a cake, so I will just type cake. Now I want you to observe, because right now you know, and technically your brain will start thinking like that's a keyword. Come on, it's 10 lines. Come on, what are the possible keywords? Like cakes online, cakes near me, cakes in Bangalore. Okay, so what I will do is I will give very precisely. So anything standard, your Google search engine can take 10 lines. I am going to experience this on other 5 search engines also very quickly. Cakes near me, I will give. Okay, first let me say cakes. Fine. Then I will say, what is the number of results? Just look at the number of results. I want you to see this thing, what I'm highlighting, right? And look at that numbers. And Google also wants an access to my location. It's asking me like Google wants to can you see or know your location? I never allow Google to know my location. So I'm not a terrorist, but still I will get so many messages. Cakes in Bangalore. Let's look at the numbers of search. It's getting filtered. Somebody rightly said, yeah. Yeah, the next thing is cakes near me. And just look at this, the results, what is getting filtered. I am sitting in a place which is outskirts of Bangalore, so I don't know how many searches will come. Cakes near me. Fine, right now. Okay. How many searches are happening? Near, this is near in Bangalore. Huh? Cakes in Magadi Road I will give. My college is located at Magadi Road, so I will give Magadi Road. Let me see what happens now. Look at the results. The results are reduced and it knows which is the nearest seller to me. Okay. So it is showing some locations also. Now I am going to explain certain technical things very quickly. This is a map, right? Now that is a map through which I'll be able to go to that location also. Okay, let me see. Follow and geotag, locate yourself on Google Maps. Now Justfake is there and it has 512 reviews, you know, blah blah blah, all these things. Amenities or what is the options available. Can you see here dine in, takeaway, delivery? Now these things is loaded by Justfake, that's why it's coming here. Where have they loaded? They have loaded on Google search engine. Now how do I go to the search engine? You need to have a AdWords account, go create these suitable words. Yeah, okay. To do these things, you can go to Google Maps, locate yourself, and it will give you a small window to upload photos and give all this inputs. What are the services you are giving, whether dine in, takeaway, all these things are there. Assume that I want to go to Just Bake now. I'm so impressed by Just Bakes. And if I am asking you as a customer, I want you to use the chat box and tell me, will you go to Just Bake or will you go to Cake Shop Express? And you have to tell me why. I will ask you to share. Right now, Just Bake, I'm going to Just Bake and I'm clicking there and let me see what is happening. I will say directions. Yeah, how far is it from my place? It is 10 minutes and it is giving me three options. I can go through Tunga Road, I can go through Andrali Main Road, I can go through 60 feet. Now, these are not the things what I wanted to explain. I just wanted to show you these things. All I wanted was, right? And can you see this message? Since I am on Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome is getting so much jealous. They know I am on Edge, Microsoft Edge web browser. So they're saying try a fast and secure browser on Chrome. I will say no thanks. I am on Chrome only. Because I opened multiple windows, I came here for Microsoft Edge. Can you see on Google Map what are all the things coming here? And this is where I said if I have to do a session, I will need at least 4 hours to explain you all these things. I think at least I will need a few hours to explain this. Right now it is showing me the route and I can pull this map and see this route. I can pull this map. It gave me some options here. Okay. I can take the directions to my phone. This is only for one seller, Just Bake seller. And with that, it is also showing me while I'm doing this, Google is showing me restaurants, hotels, gas stations, so many other things. Okay, forget about all these things. This was not my intention. I only wanted to buy eat a cake. That's all. Now, where does this happen? How do we understand what is a keyword and sort of things and all? So very quick experience, right? I want you all to try this once the session is over. And just say Google demo account, Google AdWord demo account. AdWord demo account also will do. Just make a note of this. Shakib, can you type this in the chat box? Google AdWord demo account. If somebody can't get that, yeah, there are some messages because you're using their Google search product. Yeah, I'm on Google Maps, right? Okay. So I said Google AdWords account. So Google AdWords demo account. You should look for AdWords demo account. Yeah, I have to give you some precautions before you start this. I will go to the first one. That's the ad. Google is advertising its own ad also. Now, what do you need here to enroll this set of things, right? You will need a Gmail account, that's all. You and me all can have a small account. There is a demo account. Yeah, it has. No, I don't want to come to reviews. Google demo ad account. Support. Demo account. It should be a demo account. Access the demo account, like how I'm searching. Now, if you can come to the demo account, you will get an access to understand people who are advertising, like JustBake, how it is advertising. So many people were there, like JustBake, there were many people. Google is a platform. It is advertising Govindappa Bakery also. It is advertising Cake Shop. It is advertising everybody. Just sit and imagine how much money Google is getting because everybody is advertising on that platform. And everybody will set a slab and rev, and if they can't keep quiet, marketing will happen. So they have to invest money on searching, pay per click. Now every time when I click here, JustPay has to pay so and so much rupees to Google now. Pay per click, every click. You know, the paths what I'm moving in are also traced. To mean to say, did I only see or did I go and buy the cake also? So they can get to know at which page I stopped. So right now, where are they doing all this thing? Through Google Analytics. To do that, you need to have a website or a landing page or something. So access demo account. And I'm just going to show you a small dummy account. Now it will ask me also, right? I'm using my organization account. So it's logged in and it is showing you the access of demo account. Now, where is it bringing me? Analytics, Google Analytics. Now, this is a small experience I want to show you. If I have created a ad, if assume I am a cake seller and I assume I am the JustBake, so I put my ad on, I put my details on Google Map as well as I have created a ad today. So that should be your AdWords through the AdWords. Now, before that, I need to understand some of the basics like, you know, when you go to webinars and seminars, people talk all this series at one shot. So you're not understanding. So somewhere they have to tell the possible keywords and then they have to tell, search this, and then they have to give their landing page. Okay. So email, I don't want anything because this is my corporate account. Yeah, uncheck all and save. I could have done that at one shot. Okay, take a quick tour. This is what I want you all to try. Please go back and try. Right now, companies, I told you like they're all sitting on the data and analyzing. After advertising, they can't keep quiet, right? All they do is come here and I don't want, like, look at the options. Do you want to try Android or there's a mobile app? So as a seller, I don't have to come to the system and do every time. Now this is what is a Google Analytics account. Now what do you mean by analytics account? Why I told that, why I wanted to show you this is, right now, when you spend on a digital ad, they can get to know how many users are there and they can classify this audience sitting at one desk, and this is what the digital marketing agencies are doing. You don't know to do ad, what would you do? You would tell a videographer to make a video and give about your company. He will come, take a photo, he will put Gundappa Bakery, then he will put all nice captions, he will click your product pictures, he would do the video and give. Where will you go and advertise your video? Either you should go to that TV or a cable channel or news, sorry, not newspaper. Now, if you have an audio, you can go to the FM channel. If you have a printout, then you need to use a different format. So there is where you have different types of formats of your ad. Now, right now on a digital media, you can use anything, audio, video, text, or mix of all these things. Now you need to advertise. As I said, if you simply put like this and keep quiet, no, it won't work. You need to advertise this. So you print on your digital, you print on your visiting card, you tell somebody who ate the cake, I have a web page, can you go and give me one review? give me 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. You have to request these ways, and that's how you drive traffic. You need to spread a word about your website, or else you should be a really big brand where people will come and search like this. So that will not come in, come out of air. It has to be appearing somewhere, your brand name. So a lot of things happen in the background. Now, having done that, once you create an ad through AdWords, you need to sit and analyze. So you have a lot of things. Please go back and experience all these things. You can see, huge amount of information. I see some hands raised. Just a minute, I will come back to you. You can see a lot of data which is coming here, and whatnot. You can look at the dashboard. I'm just trying to, this is a session I do for at least 12 hours. I will need 12 hours to do just this analytics session. So you can see here, and if you are marketing professors, I hope BCom, BBM or MBA or any other segments, just see here what you and me we teach in segmenting, targeting, positioning. This is all here. Sitting in this one place right now, somebody said location-based strategy. That's what is happening here. Okay, this is what I wanted you to explore. What a search engine does is, it asks you to give you a small description of your product, creating on an advert. And once you load that, it will start advertising. And if there is a click, you pay them money. That's pay per click. There are a lot of such terms. And if there is no click, you lose your money. So I always say Google ad is a gambling thing. Now, when you're doing that, they assist you in multiple ways, right? They assist you in what do you call, like picking up the customer, showing you the data, what is the radius your competitors are, what are the radius you can sell. Lot of things, you can create a video ad, you can create a banner, everything is template based. It's all easy. So that session, again, advert session might take another, I usually take 1 week, like daily 2 hours or something. So sitting here, I will be able to know how many people are there. This is a dummy account. I wanted you to give you a view how people will see the dashboard, active users, right? How many people are there from this location, right? So a lot of such information will come, which will help in a lot of decision making. Now, before I close all these things, Google is not the only search engine, right? So what are the other search engines? Right now, what I'm seeing is not a Google search engine, it's Bing. Bing is from Microsoft. And I will quickly do similar searches, and then I will take people who are raising hands. I'll come back to you. This is on Bing, Microsoft Bing. I will say cakes near me. I should say most of them have replicated the model nowadays. So just say search and see, is Google search similar to Bing search? Right now I'm not on Google, I'm on Microsoft Bing. And this similarity was not there 6 months ago. Microsoft has copied a lot and developed a similar prototype like Google. I still remember that conversation about Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, and they were really good friends. So Microsoft, they both are conversing, and he says like, you copied from us, and the other person um, Steve Jobs says that to Bill Gates, like, you copied from us, and that's a very friendly conversation. And in return, Gates says, you copied from Xerox. Like there is a prototype discussion which is happening. So everybody copies from each other in the business sector, and they both happily laugh at it. But we both think like they're competitors or sort of things, right? So I understood, okay, prototypes are copied, similar successful models. Now, there is one search engine I want to tell. Yesterday, Sharanya was talking about this, and I typed this in the chat box. I don't know how many of you are aware. Baidu. Baidu is from China, and anybody knows Mandarin language here? Please help me. Anybody can read this? This is a search engine, by the way. She told yesterday China has a lot of its own, they have Alibaba in place of Amazon. They have their own payment interfaces. They have Baidu's in place of Google search. Can anybody read this? Nobody? Okay, this is a search engine from China. So this is search net. I will go to the search engine as an Indian now. Beautiful. Whistle Ponanga, I will say. You know, till 6 months, 7 months ago, this was working. During COVID, this is gone. Can somebody tell me what happened? Forget them. We will go ahead. I have nothing against China. They are our good neighbor friends. Fine. Guys, are you seeing the screen, what I'm showing? Okay. The next one, what I have is one more fantastic search engine. This also is a search engine. This is called as Yandex. This is from the, yeah. Now, if I am searching on this, cakes, somebody is disturbing, cakes near me or something, this also is different. Okay. So this is mostly active towards the Russian and the European, the search engine, right? Okay. Now all are search engines. Now what is the search engine basically doing? Okay. Yeah. So US we can access through VPN and all. Okay. Lot of things are there. Fine. Yeah. So when you look at these things, I was trying to read the message. I've opened the message on the other system so that I will not have any interruption. So that's how it's going, and you understand what a search engine is. This is banned because Government of India has banned many of their apps, so they're ensuring. How did they even come to know? We have our IPs. TCP IPs, like internet IP addresses, which will tell that this laptop or this service is being accessed from India, and bang, it will close, it will not give access, while others are still open. Okay, right. Right now, this is what is a search engine, a small experience. This is what is analytics. I wanted to pack everything and tell you, and it is not a big science. These are all, if you ask me, how did you learn? Most of the time I spend on system, and yes, I did some basic course, and I have learned a lot from YouTube videos. This is my interest. I spend a lot of time in learning these things. Okay. Now with these things, I will go back to my slides and understand. Yeah, I will share my slides, and let's try to understand what was that we were trying to, learn. Okay. Yeah, I will come back to the slide. Is the slide open? Okay. So we saw these things like what is a search engine? What is a search engine marketing? Now, when I'm talking about social media marketing, I have taken few screenshots. I will stick to those slides so that I will be on time for the session. So you have Facebook, LinkedIn, and parallelly, tell me, is there any other platform when you talk about social media? Like, it's Pinterest is there? If you are, if your job demands something to see more on images, like many architects use Pinterest, bakers use Pinterest, where because it's a picture source based platform. Okay, then you have very few when I talk about social media marketing, other than the names what I took. Can you type any other social media platforms which you are using? Yeah, definitely Instagram. Oh my God, how could I even forget that, right? Okay, so
Reddit.
yeah, pardon?
Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit, fantastic. That's really nice. So please put it on chat box so that others also will understand what you're talking. Fine. And yeah, then we have content marketing where people, try to build content. I have a small set of explanation because content marketing is something which I do for 8 hours. Fine. Then you have affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is you just get associated with a bunch of sellers or individual or multiple things like this and sell. I can be an affiliate. Amazon also has affiliate marketing. Go to Amazon portal, and if you want to become an affiliate, now what do? You will sell for them. You get associated with them and you sell. Now to sell, you should have a platform. They'll ask you, how will you sell? We are not door to door, what do you call sellers, right? So they will ask you, what is the platform through which you will sell? Do you have an app? Do you have a website? Do you have a blog page? Do you have a land page? Means because through that digital channels, you will be able to sell. Okay. Then you have influencer marketing. Any influencers here in the group? Fantastic answers. Flickr, Snapchat. That's really nice. I'm so happy to see all these things. What is this Mishu? I don't know. Somebody should tell me that towards later. What is that specifically? Okay. Yeah. And influencers, any influencers here? Digital marketing influence. Whenever I'm leaning that side, it is because there's one more laptop here. I'm seeing the chat box there. Okay. So you have influencers. I'll tell you something. Content marketing. Suppose I want to get a content ready. I want somebody to write something. Like last week, I got a proposal from one person, and he said, "Can you write a blog for me?" I said, "I don't write blogs." So he said, "No, I know you do that. This is an internal reference. It's not a blog. Can you write an article about me?" I said, "What should I write?" See, until and unless I don't know about the person, how would I write? But I can write, because what happens in content marketing is they give you enough data and you go through that data and you sit and write. It's like we sit and do one more PhD thesis, like how they do these days, cut, copy, paste. But believe me,
They call
blog is more of a,
writers.
pardon?
I'm sorry. They call this content writers, right?
Yeah, content writers. I am just throwing light from the specifics to what is happening in industry also. Now, believe me, if we have to build a content, the person who is writing should have right knowledge and data should be original. So that is also an art. And what is the industry rate per every word they pay is anywhere between 20 paisa to 2 rupees. If your content is excellent and great and it is some product which is for, yeah, if this FDP is,
Madam ಅಂದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ.
who is that? Kiran Kumar? Can you mute? Yeah. So if it is something like that, then the industry rates, I am also associated with a luxury brands product like jewelry segment. And sometimes when we want an article, we pay anywhere between, the content writers do charges anywhere between 5 to 7 rupees. But we are very specific on those content writers because they have to be exclusively from jewelry industry, and images, everything gets paid. Every content, your picture is a content, video is a content, words are content. Then you have affiliate marketing, like you might earn 3 to 7%, and cosmetics is something which you earns individually. These are the things which I have explored over a period of time. Now, influencer marketing, if you have 5,000 followers, if you have 5 million followers, you don't charge the same, because what you post will reach so many people directly. Then email marketing. Okay, I just want to do this small exercise. I just want to open this, what do you call, I stopped sharing, right? I will go back to my account and open my the Gmail account. Do you see every day on your Gmail account, there will be one set of things which will pop up. So many things are open. So you don't have to worry what is happening at my end, right? I will open my Gmail account. So I have to quickly do that because this is my corporate account, and this is something which every day when I come to inbox, yeah, these are the queries I've been addressing. You have social, you have promotion. Can you see the two keywords there? Ad. Can you see here? There are two keywords, ad. Whether you want or don't want, there are two mails every day. Okay, there is something about data science, and there is something about co-working space, and then there are a lot of things. Every day you open and see, is it same every day or is it changing? Okay, that's what I wanted to show. This is email marketing. And there are forums, then there are multiple set of things, emails, what you receive. I said tomorrow I will definitely get one post on cake and one post on watch. So my two emails are decided by Google Analytics today. Okay, right. So email marketing is marketing through email IDs, and that also is a big business, right? And then again, you have viral marketing. Basically, you know, anything to boost, to spread, viral marketing is used. Beyond this, you might still come across multiple other things. Now, before I sum up this session, is it possible for companies to operate without web presence, without being on anything like this? I want the audience to answer. I have quick number of slides to run through. That is all summary of what we saw. Anybody from the session is wanting to answer? Can there be a company which can function without web presence? Obviously, the street.
Yes, current scenario, son.
Yes, ma'am.
As far as current scenario is concerned, I don't see any visibility for that. Even if someone is operating like that, they will have to use technology one day or the other in near future, because it's something need of the hour. Our government of India is also actually promoting Digital India project.
Exactly. Yeah. So see, they might be part of digital world, but without web presence. When I say web presence, you know, either you should have a landing page or you need to have a payment interface. So when we meant web few years ago, it was only something like www. But now, when you are using a payment gateway or when you are using an interface, or when, you know, when a flower seller is using a payment interface, obviously he needs to connect his bank account to those multiple mercantizing people in between through Google Pay, Phone Pay, whatsoever. So that is one part, but the sense here is there are still many sales and activities. Web is not a complete replacement. Any of these, web presence is a parallel activity and it might drive your market presence. So it is helping, but there are companies who still function without websites or any of these formats, but it would be difficult for them in coming days. Right? Yeah, I think with these two questions, I'll go ahead quickly. Web presence is most important. They have to choose any of the platform, right? You know, there are companies who do WhatsApp marketing, video marketing. I spoke about content. Content is all about, you know, that's where I said I have just picked up 2 or 3 slides from this. It's about creating the content and then you need to put it in the right platforms, right? Promote that so that it reaches many people, and the end of it is we call something called as funnel in the sense like how many people saw to how many people got converted. So we call it as digital marketing funnel. Then you have affiliate marketing. So intention is quite different here. You join, you promote somebody else's product and you earn commissions. So this is how an affiliate program works through. You refer, you put, I mean, you do the postings, you do a lot of things, right? And then I spoke about influencer marketing, right? So, you know, I have 2 of my last year pass out batch students who come and they say like, ma'am, I am Instagram influencer. So they know I teach digital marketing, and I asked like, what's your fan base now? And she told like, I crossed 1 lakh during COVID period. I said, that's fantastic. I used COVID period very nicely, ma'am. You know, when she left college, she had some 25,000 fan followers. What does she do? She works for a brewery company, and she doesn't post anything about any products. So once I told you have 25,000 fan base, that's really fantastic. Why don't you post or promote something? She said, I'm not doing that. And she once asked me like, can I put your TEDx event there? I said, please don't do. Because TEDx is totally different and I'm a little brand conscious. That's a global community brand. We shouldn't go with the type of post or pics what she puts. So I objected that. That was out of courtesy, she asked. So I asked her like, what's your target? She said, I want to increase it to 5 lakh, ma'am, because I understand if I have a 5 lakh fan followers, these are the base prices I can get. So they do charge you. And yeah, we are paying for celebrities through our other business, right? They charge you anywhere from few thousands to few lakhs. Because the messages, what they do, they will talk positive about your brand and they do sell, right? And influencer marketing is one big thing. Do you follow any celebrities here? Anybody specifically? Yeah, thank you. Okay, I will put the feedback form also shortly. And then again, you have direct content delivery. I request my tech team to post the feedback forms and just check the link is open. Okay, yeah, thank you. So influencer marketing can happen anything. You can see the classifications here. So, you know, when I was talking to her, this is a slide which I showed for her in the class also. So I was telling her, right now you fall in this category. Come on, like you are a macro influencer. So you just see celebrity influencers. Then I spoke about email. Yeah, there are organizations who can be only on digital or parallelly digital and conventional channels or a mix of this. Now, what are the channels? Yeah, I had to mention this podcasts are one of the happening things recently. Fine, and scan code. I hope all this contains are something which you are aware about. RSS feeds. Today, when you open Insta, you have reels, you have feed, you have story, and probably most of us are confused here. What is a reel? What is a story? What is a feed? Because we don't know the difference. Ask any youth, they will tell you the differences, right? So yes, B2B, B2C both are affected by the digital market, and you can just see how exactly content market. And this is becoming a trend. I wanted to show you this. If you can go to the websites of a company, you will see this. So you will see how many followers are there on their social media. This is one kind of branding they do, right? So if you are interested, choose any of these web presence. And you can either go for a single marketplace. See, I'm slowly getting into marketing. I will stop after 2, 3 slides. It is end. Or you can have a marketplace where you will have, payment options, products are sold. So complete logistics is arranged like Amazon and eBay. eBay is old comparatively for us now. Or you can have a vertical marketplace, right, where you have exclusive channels or sites where you sell only one product category under that. Then you have community marketplaces where you operate and work through people based activities. A lot of references happen, product movements happen, so those are called as community marketplaces. Fine. And these are some words which I wanted to put into your mind before you leave the session. That would be the last slide. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm entering the marketing section. This was supposed to be my last slide, right? Yeah. So it went on a little quick. Fine. That
And
slide
we
is
want
little.
to hear more. time time is so
I
short.
I'm
I'm
yeah, ma'am.
not so
Even
impressed.
I had so many other things. So it was like for me, as you can see from here, I take them for the thing like for marketing sessions. 1 second, ma'am. So thank you so much, and okay, you have to give me 1 minute time. I'm open for questions now. Form is not opening because I have stopped the I did a small analysis. You can click on the form now. I request Kavana to repost the link. See, this is what digital marketing is, and I am a person who uses it to the maximum. We are taking feedback session wise, and so happens like people keep filling at 3:30 midnight. I had a experience in one of my sessions during COVID, so I decided I will block and I will restrict. Now you can click; it should be working. And I am looking at the chat box also. So what I was trying to talk is like digital marketing is a whole set of arrays. Now whatever, like somebody asked me in the morning, like I request the tech team to post the feedback form again, right? Do you want me to post the link? I will do that if it is required. Done. Is the link coming? I'll do that. Okay, so I had requested them to post it because I would be on the session. Somebody should, yeah, it's working. Thank you, Mohit Tiwari, sir. So this is how it is. Like, I wanted to, still share a lot of things, and probably if we could sit down and have a session about this, it's great. And if there is any requirement, I will open up a small Google form, and I want active participation. It shouldn't be like people will just come and just listen and go off. I want all the faculty to go back and update. I can give you some inputs also, like how to learn these things. And definitely there should be a little part of hard work. And I'm thankful to AICT, because when they called, I would always receive a message like apply. And this time I decided, okay, let me try once again, because the process of AICT, they just check for credentials and other things. Since our institution is NBA and IACB, when we applied, we got this opportunity. And today they are also having a brainstorming session where fantastically they're taking the best practices sort of things and all. Now with that, I will close if you don't have any questions, because we are exceeding the network time also. So I took the liberty of 3:30 to 3:40 network time, and I'm ready to listen here if you have something to share about the session or anything beyond, apart from the session. Thank you all. So there was no introduction about me, no thanking messages. So you speaking to
Ma'am,
me
thank
would
you
be
so
good.
much.
Ma'am,
Let me take a honors, ma'am. Thank you so much for this informative session, ma'am. Not undoubtedly, and I got so engrossed. I really wanted to hear more. When you said this is done, and this should have been the last slide where you have written thank you. I got really
And I had hidden that
heartbroken.
slide.
I wanted to
Thank
hear
you
more
so much. I'm
because it
humbled.
was so informative, and I really liked it, ma'am. Seriously, I really want you to, if you can organize one more session, so nothing like it.
Yeah, one more thing. If you want me to have any session for your students, I can, get back to me. You all have my number on WhatsApp, but please, after this FDP, it would be great if you could drop a email to this email ID and tell which institute. I will need a background. Otherwise, straight away, I won't be in a position to take it, right? So please
Sure, ma'am.
introduce yourself. And if you have a requirement where I have to talk for your students or anything specific, I would be happy. Yeah.
We will definitely get in touch with you for that. Ma'am, you got muted.
ma'am, hello.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, can you give a few words about viral marketing?
Yeah. So viral marketing, when we are talking, you want to know some insights about viral marketing, if I'm understanding your questions right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So there are intentions where a company wants to make a content viral. Until few years, it would be like very specific, because people thought certain things like shouldn't go fast. So you need to have certain media spokespersons or agents. Yesterday, when Sharanya was addressing, I hope you paid attention to what she said in the beginning. Like she said, so many fake accounts were there. Now, why would somebody create so many fake accounts? I'm just trying to throw a very sensitive information to you,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, what's happening there is today, everybody, there is an intentional set of viral, like both the positive and the negative side. So, viral marketing aims at making the content spread, boost. Forget about all these things, like you and me, when we try to go, like, I think if I can open my, what do you call, Facebook right now, it will show me a credential of any post what I put recently. On my LinkedIn, it doesn't show, right? Because LinkedIn is more of a what do you call as a professional platform, while Facebook is an engaging platform. Most of the users there are engaged with different type of content. So when it is like this, it will come and say, do you want to boost this photo? Then what will happen? You need to go to Facebook ads manager. Yeah, I forgot to tell, I didn't focus much on social media. So you have your LinkedIn also has an ad manager, Facebook also has an ad manager where you can go and promote your products. So there are various types of parallelly built-in structures to make something visible to everybody. That's what is under viral, sir. I hope I was able to answer you.
Maybe
Yes,
Twitter trend is an example.
I'm sorry, I don't know how I forgot about Twitter. Right?
And
Yeah,
Twitter
Birth
is
market.
Twitter, fantastic. Which goes anything faster, right? Yeah. I'm reading
Hello,
like,
ma'am.
yes, sir, please.
My name is Karan Gurung. I'm from Shillong. I'm from the Northeastern Hill University.
Thank you for joining us, sir. Very nice to have people from that place. Please go ahead, sir.
My question to you is like regarding a bit about content marketing. You discussed like how content writing agencies would charge ₹5, like ₹7. Those are like based on what exactly? Like, are they charging based on like
Okay,
words or sentences, or is it like the whole write up, or how does it work?
sir,
Can you just throw some insights on that?
yeah,
And
definitely.
also, like, can you just share a bit about that, like that funnel model a bit?
Okay. Yeah. So what happens is when
Thank
I
you.
have to, when I have to market something, as I said, everything is a content. Like it could be a written script, or it could be a video, it could be a picture, or anything. Now, when a content writer, content writers are important because they do create this content, and this will become the source for their selling strategies. Now, if I have to sell a pen, let me say a pen, now I need to build a content on this pen. So how would I build the content? I need to highlight the benefits, whatever good things this has. And let us say if it is a known branded, it's known brand. Why would they even ask me to write a content? Because they want to spread this word to everybody, right? It is still unknown. And if it is a known brand, I can still do that just by adding Amitabh Bachchan is using this pen. The content becomes little high valued. So if they ask me to write a content of about 1 page, so that's a written thing. So just check. There are a lot of free sites which will offer you, content writing sessions, and just go ahead, sir. And that's how I've been on this industry. I'll tell you from last 20 years, a lot of digital things I learn on my own. So if I say like one word is 30 paisa, 40 paisa, I am ready to pay. There are a lot of WhatsApp groups and forums also where you get many bloggers, right? So if I say I've written 1 page, and if it carries 500 words, I might be paid on words. Or if I say monthly, I will, fulfill your needs, or I will give you 10 such articles. Now, my point here is 10 articles. Am I giving it to the same person who is taking it and using it for their different web presence? Second thing is, to what extent am I knowledgeable? So if I'm changing and doing, plagiarism we call, that's of no use. You need to build the original content. So you just have to take care. So when I meant 5 rupee, it's a very high rate for per word.
Mm-hmm.
So when I am talking 5 rupees, obviously I have to tell them, I will give them a picture, and there will be a picture. They have to sit down, they have to build every content originally. And that's where I agree. And I'll tell you, one of the proposal, the type of content I wanted, I wanted just 200 words. So that would go on the website banner post. So, and we have already paid for a celebrity, and this person who is writing the content for me is also a known, very popular person. And the person said he didn't even talk word, line, and all. He said, "Okay, you want 200 words? Fine, I'll charge 2 lakhs." And we were like, we were thinking like, because that was the first time we got a such a huge prize one. We were thinking 2 lakhs. What is happening here? So then we went back and we checked, and yeah, he really writes very well, and the combination of words he would make, and the reference type of references he would bring in. So it was a total package. So I wanted you to get an insight when we say content writing. Companies spend huge amount of time. Tomorrow we have one session by Lakshman Sinha who will be talking about Amazon, Flipkart, about e-commerce portal, and he is at the middle operations level, and probably will try to simplify and make us understand. Even sellers need to worry about their content. So what all you and me see on Amazon, no, it's not easy. There is a lot of support system built by Amazon for that. So let's see what it is again tomorrow. And I mean, for your point, this is the answer I have.
Right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Welcome, sir.
freelance It is a website where we get content writer.
Yeah, ma'am, you have so many. So content writers, I'm just looking at the questions. Okay, thank you so much. And you have any questions, you can always get back to me.